Alright guys, I'm back. I finally went through the Prot warrior tree here, and I'm looking at it, and I'll be honest, some of these choices made me extremely angry. So I plan on this upcoming expansion in Dragonflight starting out with a Prot warrior. So I feel like there's certain changes need to be made to this talent tree. I was getting mad mostly on this protection tree side. I can deal with the repercussions over here on this side. It just frustrates me because I want it all, but I can't have it all. You know what I mean? So we'll go through it. I'm not like before. I'm not gonna go through all the tops of the talent trees and try to work my way down on camera. Because first of all, it's very diluted, it takes a lot of time, and we're just trying to figure out what our most powerful abilities are or can be. So we'll start here on the general warrior tree, and we'll look at them. So this is more for like an arms side. This is more DPS right here. There is the Spear Bastion right there. I could not get to the Spear Bastion. Trying to get all my protection talents that I feel like are important. And then there is a talent down here that increases your Spear Bastion one way or the other. Spear Bastion duration increased by 4 seconds while you remain within the spear. Your critical strike damage is increased by 25%. 100% DPS. I mean, there is a possibility that we might try to run a warrior, protection warrior DPS spec, and that could be an option, but you're definitely going to lose all of this other stuff here. So the other upgrade for Spear Bastion's instant damage and rage generation are increased by 30%. I do believe that is either a it could be the legendary. I don't 100% remember. It could be. I think it's actually a conduit. Now that I think about it, for the Spear Bastion. In Shadowlands. I'm not 100% sure. By the way, all of these talent right here is increase armor, increase haste, or crit, stamina, haste. So generally speaking, Prot warriors desire haste, and I believe all of the warrior specs desire haste above all else. So you're gonna have to make a choice. This is more of also a DPS side, because therein lies your fury. Increased damage you deal dual wielding by 5%. Now we'll get to the center here, which is I think is more important for Prot warriors. You got Avatar, love Avatar. Kick it on, run to a big group, do a lot of damage, get your threat. You got Bitter Immunity, restore 20% health instantly and removes all diseases, poisons, curses, bleeds. I believe that it's probably going to be very useful in specific raids, maybe even specific dungeons. It could be necessary, could be not. Generally speaking, you can't dispel a bleed effect, so maybe there's a really bad bleed, or maybe you're running with so I don't know if they fixed it yet, but shamans I do not believe can get rid of poisons. Not 100% sure about that. When they're dispelling, I think they can. I think I did hear that they can get a talent for the poison removing totem. So if maybe you're in a dungeon where your shaman or whoever can't dispel one of these disease, poisons, curses, or bleeds, and it could be super helpful, and you might pick that. So we're gonna come down here. I thought this was a cool talent, to be honest with you. I don't know if they're legendaries or not. So this gives you two options here. First of all, you got Signet of the Torment Kings, which is what I picked. So Bladestorm, Recklessness, or Avatar randomly cast one of the other two abilities at random at reduced effectiveness. So you're getting two for the price of one. Well, one and a half for the price of one on that. And then the other one is Unstoppable Force. Avatar increases the damage of Thunderclap by 50% and reduces its cooldown by 50%. So you get the Thunderclap more often, and it's stronger. So you're holding a lot more AOE threat when you just start off. But because basically, I believe that you normally only have trouble with threat as a warrior at the beginning of the pull. So you're hitting Avatar, Thunderclapping if you're having a hard time holding threat. Generally speaking, throughout the expansions, especially this expansion, they've been fixing the threat issue that almost all of the tank specs have been having, and it's not that difficult to hold threat anymore. You also have Shockwave here. That is a great talent for just hitting a clone and stunning all your enemies in front of you. There is a talent below that if it hits 3 targets, reduces the cooldown by 15 seconds. So that's basically in a dungeon, you're hitting it and you're going to less than 30 seconds cooldown. Then you come down here. I did like this, so I picked this one. Thunderous Roar. Roar explosively in a 16-yard funnel cone, causing attack power, physical damage, and causing enemies to bleed. And then you're also knocks down enemies, and then it causes 2 aftershocks that deal damage, and it generates more rage for you. So I do really like this for a Prot warrior. And if you're, first of all, if you hit that, you're holding threat regardless. And then it's constant, two additional aftershocks. Moving on to the protection tree. Coming down here, I was very angry that, first of all, this challenging shout, I believe, should be over here on this side, because I believe this is more of a like a mythic dungeon type style over here. And this doesn't belong over here because almost all these other things are meant for raiding. It does have an improved challenging shout that it interrupts all spell casting within certain 12 yards. So I kind of feel like that's kind of like Divine Toll. It definitely doesn't have the reach of a Divine Toll, but you can get a good AOE interrupt. Causes all the enemies to run into you, get them all grouped up so your group can AoE them down. This, I think, is also more of a raiding type. I didn't really pick these in any specific order. I was just attempting to see that if I could get down 2 of these here. This kind of stuff kind of seems a little bit new over here on this end. The one I said was more for a dungeon. And I did think that was pretty good. And then once again, right here on top, increase stamina armor, increase shield block and block value, increase strength and armor. The other thing that I did find with this, I feel like Prot warriors are going to have a lot of buttons. One thing that I really, really wanted them to do was combine some of these abilities so that there wasn't so many buttons. Because, not saying that it's complicated, I really did like the legendary that we had, where we could charge. That did make me angry also. There where we could charge, shield block is up, we have revenge automatically. We just bang in and get that threat. We can run out, intervene, and we can go. First of all, we're protecting one of our teammates. We're also getting more shield block time, and then we're charging back in, getting more shield block time, getting that free revenge. That is excellent. I do wish, I want that all the time. Like, I wish that was just basic warrior, basic Prot warrior. Number one, I think ignore pain and revenge should be the same button. I think 100% you should gain both of them at the same time in the same button that you hit. I don't want to have to make a button so that it does both of them. It should be on this the same global. It should just be revenge, and you're gaining ignore pain at the same exact time. That would make Prot warrior, personally in my opinion, way more fun to play than hitting revenge, ignore pain, revenge, ignore pain, shield slam, just revenge and shield, and then it gives you more time to do other things and concentrate on other things than trying to keep popping up ignore pain over and over again. It's annoying. It really is. That is my least favorite thing about warrior, is that some of these buttons I feel like should be combined together. So let's get down to business here. So we got shield charge, where you charge an enemy, deals a whole bunch of attack power, and then puts up stuns the primary target, and does physical damage to all enemies within 10 yards. That is an excellent ability for gaining threat, snap threat right off the bat. Its shield charge grants you shield block and revenge, so that is kind of like the legendary. It's freaking annoying that it's like on a 45-second cooldown. It should come with every single charge regardless, because that's the funnest thing about playing warrior right now. You're just zipping all over the place, intervene, charge, you're getting your shield blocks up just in the process. That makes Prot warrior way more fun. Here I feel like this is more of like, I mean, honestly, I want it all. I can't have it all. It's annoying. So here's the three down here. You got Outburst, consumed 30 rage, grants seething red, which is on our not our legendary, our set piece. Causing your next shield slam or thunderclap to be 200% more effective, and grants ignore pain. Then you have Indomitable. I think that's a thing right now. Your maximum health is increased 10%, and every 10 rage you spend heals you for 1% of your maximum health. Never surrender. Your block chances increase by up to 20% based on your missing health. So the lower your health, the more chance you have to block, and the more blocking you do, the longer you live. Kind of like Will of the Necropolis for a DK. But except Will of the Necropolis is way up here in this area over here for a DK, not all the way down on the bottom. Next, Battle Scarred Veteran. When your health is brought below 35%, you take 100% less damage. Healing you receive increased. I don't 100% really understand that. And it can only occur for once every 60 seconds. So it doesn't say how long that lasts. Or until canceled healing. I don't know what that means. Coming down here, increased strength armor 5%, hit chance by 2%. This is more of like a DPS style. I'm guessing this is more for mythic dungeons. And like I said, most of these other things are for mythic dungeons. This has no reason for being over here. This is more of a rating spec. This should be 100% over here on this side. There's your Ravager. Great for holding threat for a good amount of time. Storm of Steel. Ravager's duration increased by 2 seconds. Simple. So as you can see, I'm a little bit frustrated with this talent tree. I really hope they can make improvements. I really wish that my voice could get out there and say combine ignore pain and revenge to make it the same exact button and it occur at the same exact time. That would make things way easier, including as a tank or as a protection warrior. I don't really care about the revenge. When I charge in, it should automatically put my shield block up. So that's my piece. I'm sticking to it. I appreciate you guys watching. Please like and subscribe. Thank you very much.